And good morning. 716 Delta Mike here with you. December 2023. It's been a minute since I've been online streaming. Busy year, a busy life. But we're back today in the King Air 350. Going to be flying up to Buffalo, New York out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Going to do a little on-air charter job. Carry some executives. We got a group of 5 we're going to carry up with us today. We're going to be carrying 5 passengers. Block fuel about 2,670 pounds with reserves of 1,360. Zero fuel weight today, 10,780. We've already preloaded the aircraft with our fuel. We've got our CG and everything in line. Average winds are 212 at 43, and we're going to be cruising along at flight level 290 as we take off out of Lunkin Airport here just north of the river in Cincinnati, Ohio. Our route today will be Bingle and then direct DJB. Not sure what that VOR is, but let's figure that out real quick here. That's the Dryer VOR. And then we will be over to DKK, which is Dunkirk VOR. And then we're going to go in, going to try the RNAV 32 there into Buffalo. We'll take the Langs transition there. So we'll see how that works out. We'll let you view this here on the map. There's ForeFlight. We've got our departure runway here, runway 25. We'll be landing runway 32. Let's go ahead and see what the weather looks like here. Marginal VFR, so we got a little bit of low ceilings here today. Broken 3,000, overcast 3,600. Temperature's 39 degrees here this morning. Dew point 2977 with our 2977 on the altimeter. All right, give that a close. Bring this off here. Let's jump inside the aircraft. I believe On Air is ready for us to go here, so we're going to go ahead and hit fly now in the sim. And yes. Let's make sure all of our pedals and everything are working here. Yep, we're working here. Oh, and we do gotta do a little quick adjustment real quick. We're gonna have to change our controllers out because it appears that I flew the TBM last. So let's quickly here hit escape and controls. Let's see if we can't find our King Air here. There we go. And apply and say, go back, resume. Here we go. Alright, we'll go to the props to the full forward position. Let's get our yoke down here. Let's get our oxygen on. Center console rotor boost, and look at our cabin pressurization rate turned up here. We're going to cruise at 290, so we're going to set this for 30,000 above our cruise altitude. That should be set. All right, and let's double check our Tobii eye tracker is working just fine here. Alright, well let's get ready to fire this bird up, shall we? Fuel and everything is all on board here. Let's go over here. It's all looking good. This is looking good. Everything's in the off position. This should be off. That's looking good as well. Alright, so here we go. Let's go battery on. We'll take the external power for now and our avionics master. Get our nav light on. And what we will do is go in here and get our GPS set. Just clear that. Continue here. Go ahead and get our flight plan in here before everybody gets boarded.
TOS system test OK.
Alright, so we need BNGLE. Here's Bingle. And DJ Bravo, which would be the Dryer VOR. And then DKK. It's Dunkirk VOR. Then our destination into Buffalo, so KBUF. There's Buffalo. I'm going to load a procedure in here. And we're going to approach runway 32 on the RNAV. So here, and we should be at the Langs transition. Is that right? Yep. There we go. Load that approach. Move that. Hit OK. Message here. Menu. Let's look at our preview here. Let's make sure all this looks as I'm expecting. Yep. And then here we'll start our approach in on runway 32 for the RNAV there. Alright, route is in good. Let's see. We will go ahead and set 5,000 for our initial altitude out of here. We'll set this on the map. We are connected to VATSIM, however there's no ATC on right now, so we're going to go ahead and just put in a squawk of 2,000. And our call sign is November 350 Kilo Romeo. Alright, we'll set that. Alright, here we go. Flight plan is in. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and let everybody get boarded here. And we're going to get ourselves ready to start engines here. Get the doors closed. Looks like we got a cool cabin temp here, so... Alright, we got our nav light on already. We're on external power. We'll take external power off. We'll go beacon light on. And props are to the full forward position. Alright, and clear to the right, clear to the left. And let's go ahead and spin the right side here. Alright, introducing field low idle. Alright, we're coming up close to 50. So at 50, we're going to disengage starter, right side inverter on, right side gen on, right side gen reset. Alright, we'll go ahead and get our lights on up here. We'll go ahead and get our no smoking signs on here. And we'll let her go ahead and bring this up to high idle on the right. Let her stabilize here. There we go. Alright, we'll get our left side going here. Left side is clear. Left side starter engaged. Watching our RPMs come up here. Should limit out here about 20. Alright, we'll go low idle. ITT is coming up. Looks like we're going to cap out below 900. That's good. There's the ITT rollback. And as we're coming through 50, yep, we'll go ahead and disengage the starter. Left side inverter on, left side gen reset. Alright, we've got a good start. We're going to bring the right side back down to low idle. Go ahead and set our flaps for takeoff. And let's get our bleed airs on. And we'll get our cabin master on and our furniture turned on back there. We'll go ahead and get a little heat in here because it's a little cool. We still got our cool cabin temp there, and looks like we're a balmy 40 degrees in here this morning. 5 degrees Celsius, so it's a little chilly. We'll warm up here momentarily. If you're just joining in with us, we appreciate you tuning in. It's been a minute since we've flown online live, but yeah, looking forward to getting back into it a little bit here. Alright, we'll hit the magic barrel reference key here. So 2977 set. Let's see how that checked out before flight here. Weather says 2977, so we got real world weather's looking pretty good. Alright, so departure course 007. Let's go ahead and turn that in here. Alright, 007, we're departing out of here on runway 25, so that's a heading of 250, so let's run her over here. There's 250 set on the heading. So that's 249. We'll go 250. There we go. All right, heading bugs set. Let's go ahead and get our little here. All right, we'll fly out on a heading. Oh, we have to. It helps if we get. That's interesting. There we go. Normally there is a light up here that says that, but make sure I'm not missing something here. External power is off. All right, let's check our fuel here. Box tanks. Okay, let's look right. All right. All right, we'll go 22.8 here. All right. Let's go ahead and get ourselves ready to taxi then here. All right, we will go ahead and get our windshield heats turned on here. Stall warning can be on, but then we'll take these last 5 here when we get ready. We'll arm our auto feather and auto ignitions once we get taxied out here. So we need to make our taxiway to runway 25 here. That is at the other end. So we're going to take a left on Alpha and run it right down to the end. We'll cross runway 21 on our way out. All right. Parking brake is disengaged. Taxi lights are on. And get our tail floodlight on here. Go ahead and start getting our way out of here. There should be Alpha just to our left here.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
All right. Flight will be monitored, it says. All right, we're expecting this to probably take about an hour and a half to fly up to Buffalo this afternoon, or this morning. All right, we should be getting ready to cross runway 21 right
Approaching
here.
runway 03 left, 21 right.
All right. Clear, we'll pretend we've already been given clearance to
Entered
cross
runway
here.
03 left, 21 right. So we got Delta here. We'll go right up here to the end. And we will set our parking brake, get ourselves ready for departure, and we'll get out of here.
Approaching runway 25.
All right, parking brake set here. Props are full forward here. All right, let's go ahead and get things ready. So we're going to need to get our fuel pumps on. We are carrying the aux pump, so we'll get the transfers on. Get our auto feather armed, auto ignition on. Landing lights can come on. Strobe lights can come on. Get our hot 5 here. All right, we are set, looking good here. All right, here we go. And Lunkin traffic, November 350 Kilo Romeo will be departing runway 25. We'll be departing to the north. Lunkin. All right, parking brakes off. All right, here we go. Finals looking clear.
Approaching runway 25. Entered runway 25. 4,900 feet remaining.
I'm going to use all the runway here, so we're going to spin her up here. Bring her right back here. All right, that lined up pretty good. We got 2.5 showing in front of us. All right, here we go. Let's spool them up. We'll let the props get up on the governor here, and then we'll release the brakes, and then we'll set takeoff power. There we are. Props are on the governor. Brakes released. Here we go. Takeoff power is coming in. All right, power set. Here we go. Rotate. Positive rate. Tap the brakes. Gears coming up.
Airborne time logged.
All right, got the flaps coming up here as well. Pitch up a little bit. Cincinnati right over there. All right, indicated airspeed. Autopilot engaged.
Class Bravo in 5.7 miles.
All right, gonna get our prop sinks on here. We'll pull our torque back just a little bit, bring our props down. All right, we're gonna keep her about 90 on the climb out here. 3,000. All right, let's go ahead and set 10,000. Set. All right, we need to make a right-hand turn now. Let's go join on course here. We'll make a right-hand turn to about 040. Set. We are already in. Well, there's right over Cincinnati there. Paul Brown Stadium and Great American Ballpark. All right, let's go ahead and go direct bingo here. Activate and nav mode. Hopefully we'll punch out through these clouds here before too long. All right, let's go ahead and set 290 over here. This a little faster if we do it this way. 290 set. Probably should have had a little anti-ice on here as well. Definitely right in the middle of the soup here. Maybe we'll get bust out of the top of these clouds here in a little bit. Somehow or another today, normally we get a green light indicating here, so I don't know if there's a glitch there. I flew this airplane last night, it worked just fine, but today it is not. I'm not sure what's going on there. Autopilot is working, but our lights are not working here. Alright, we have busted out of the clouds though, so that's nice. Come out of the top of them here. Alright, we will go ahead and get our anti-ice off here for our engines though. We won't need that. Coming through 10,000 now, let's go ahead and get our lights off. See what our cabin's doing. Yep, 69 degrees, so the cabin is definitely warmed on up. Alright, we'll get our heading bug synced up here. 012 on the course here. Looks like we're fighting a little bit of a wind here. Alright, we are direct bingo now. For a final approach fix. Alright. So now we're monitoring our ITT and our torque. We'll add a little torque here, keep her around 90 in the climb. Climbing out at about 145 knots. Let's bug sync here. Or we can go ahead and get our fuel pumps off as well. Should have had those off earlier. Still looking good on the torque. Bash it up just a little bit through 16,000. We're getting close to standard here at 18 transition level. There's 18,000. We'll go ahead and set 2992 standard pressure. 2992 set. We're going to bring in a little bit more torque here.
torque will continue to fall off as we climb higher up in altitude, so we'll have to keep adding. We probably will firewall before we make our 29,000. Hopefully we'll be able to make pretty decent cruise speed
Climbing
today.
through transition altitude.
All right. You can see our path here out of Cincinnati. We took off on 25. We turned right turn to 030. We flew right over downtown. Caught a glimpse of the ballparks and everything. And then went direct on course, direct Bingle. So you'll see Bingle there, and then we'll make a right-hand turn to the northeast as we'll fly up toward Cleveland, and then we'll fly along the Lake Erie there, make our way into Buffalo, New York. They're close to Niagara Falls. So taking 5 executives up there today. Not sure if they're going to see the Niagara Falls or what, but yeah, this is what our own air trip is today. If you want to take a look at what own air is, you can see our progress there. Our departure out of Lunkin. All right. Just tuning in, we're coming up through 220 now on our way to 290. We're flying the King Air out of Cincinnati up to Buffalo, New York. Adding a little bit more torque now, as the torque has fallen off. You can see here. All right, 22.8 now. And we are firewalled here, so throttles are all the way forward. We got no more power left to make, so we will see how she does on our climb out. We're still climbing out at 145 knots, indicated airspeed there, so we're doing good. Heading bug is synced, and yeah, looking good here. I said a little earlier, it's been a while since we've been on live. We've had a busy 2023 and early half of the year. I was getting to stream online quite a bit with YouTube, but now second half of the year finally coming to an end, and we get ready to make our way into 2024. And I thought, what better way to spend the week than getting online and doing a little live stream flying here. So hoping to get back into some airliners as well. My favorite here, the King Air. Second favorite GA airplane these days, though, is the TBM 850 by Black Square. Big fan of Black Square. I did pick up the PC-12 by SimWorks Studios. I like it. I'm not sold on it yet. I've got to fly it some more. To me, the TBM and the King Air is just so much more fun to fly. Definitely socked in there over the clouds. Can't see the ground anywhere. Here comes our right turn now. We'll be making our way up to the northeast toward Cleveland now, as we go flying toward the drier VOR. So we should get a glimpse at Cleveland International as we fly overhead. We should cross, we'll cross northwest of Cleveland, so the Cleveland airport should be off our right wing. As we pass by there, we'll try to get a glimpse of it, but that's only if the clouds break, and I'm suspecting they probably will not break. So what I should have done was turn on FSLTL traffic. Maybe I'll launch that here while we're getting out of here. It's not going to help us much here on now, but as we make our way into Buffalo, perhaps we'll see a little traffic. It seems like VATSIM's a little sparse this morning. Boston Center is the only thing online. I don't believe we're going to make our way into their airspace here. Yep, that is confirmed. We will not make our way into their airspace. Boy, there's a lot of weather up in the northeast here. Take a look here on the screen.
should, man, that's a lot of weather. Maybe a little bit of snow here off to the north and to the west. See our top of descent there. There's our navigaph. And we'll see if we can refresh and find us here on SimAware. All right, I heard our beep there. There's 1,000 to go. Let's turn that off for just a minute, and we'll clear the warning here. 1,000 to go. So 28.3. At 28.7. All right, we're kind of leveling off here at 290 now. So why don't we pull our props back now here a little bit and get configured for the cruise. All right. And while we're at cruise, we can turn our auto ignition to the off position. Fuel's looking good. Throttle's looking good. All of this is looking good. Cabin temperature still at 69 degrees and holding. All right, that's going to put us into cruise config here. We should be on a course of 049. Let's go ahead and get our course lined up here. 049 set. Heading bug synced up. All right. We are in our cruise configuration now. Just joining in with us, we are at our top of climb now, entering our cruise configuration as we make our way up to Buffalo, New York. Appreciate you tuning in. I'd like for you to hit that like and subscribe button if you would, and say hello in the chat. Yeah, we got a jet stream out there. Got contrails. Off in the distance here. Alright. Oxygen's all looking good. I do wish I knew why the autopilot lights were not lighting up today. That's kind of weird. That could be a failure, but I don't think so. Engines are in good condition. We can reset all failures. Yeah, failures are set to off, so. All right, so we've been airborne now about 18 minutes. And we are cruising. Well, let's actually see what we got here. Looks like we're making 342 knots over the ground. So that's moving along pretty good. Top of descent is in about 40 minutes. And we make our way in. We got some initial approach fix 4,700, cross wells 35, motor 29. Our final approach fix at 2,300. That's where we'll intercept the glide slope, come down to runway 32 here. Let's see. What else? Go information here, Buffalo. Passenger terminal. There's runway 5. There's runway 23. Here's runway 32, so we'll be landing here. Trying to figure out exactly where the FBO is. Okay. Airport info weather right here. So currently Buffalo winds are 260 at 13. Visibility is 4 miles, light rain mist, broken 700, broken clouds 1200, overcast at 22. Temperature is currently 4 degrees Celsius, altimeter 2933. Got an ATIS pre-taxi. Love the GTN 750XI. Alright, 050 on the course. Heading bug is synced up. 345 knots across the ground, and we are a little bit north of Springfield, Ohio, northwest of Columbus, Ohio. And it's looking like a gray, cloudy day in Ohio, just like always. Got one flying right up there in front of us here. It's pretty high up.
Like we're about 34 minutes from our top of descent.
just getting our OBS set back up here. YouTube Studio live control panel. That's pretty cool. It's amazing the things you miss when you're away for 6 months. All right, so we're still cruising along, 353 knots over the ground. We are not too terribly far out of Cleveland, about 43 miles or so would be a little bit to the west-southwest of Cleveland. We will make a right-hand turn there just short of Lake Erie and fly up to the northeast a little more. We should cross on the northwest side of the airport and then right across the northern side of Cleveland International. I don't know that we're going to be able to see it, though. We're pretty socked in with clouds down below us. About 39 miles out now, about 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. We should be making that turn, and we're about 25 minutes or so from our top of descent. You just tuned in with us, we appreciate you joining in. Hit that like and subscribe button. We're on the King Air today, flying from Cincinnati, Ohio up to Buffalo. We're at flight level 290, about 25 minutes from our top of descent. Just getting close to Cleveland here. Zero 052. Sync up our heading here. Take a look at where we are on Sim Toolkit Pro 350 Kilo Romeo. Here we go. We are, you can tell we're coming in close to Cleveland here. Let's go ahead and pull up some charts here for Buffalo. We're going to pull up the approach chart here for, I believe we were planning for 3-2. Was that what I said? Yeah, we are 3-2 RNAV. So we're going to be right here. And we can pull this up. Yep, so Langs is where we're going to pick it up, then Rolsey, Wells, and then we'll come right on in here. So we need 3,500 at Wells, so that's here, our initial approach fix. And then our final approach fixed at Depew, 2,300, that'll be here. And then we got Fabo, and then the runway 32 there. What else do we got here? So we've got a decision height and a decision altitude. So 200 foot minimums or 1,092. So we'll set our decision height at 200, which I think is already set. So that's going to get us looking good there. KBUF. That's what our live weather is saying here. 260 at 11. Alright, that's all good. And 260 at 11. Alright. Alright, we should be coming up really close to the airport now. But I'm going to assume that we probably can't see it. Let's jump outside. Yep. We are completely blocked by clouds, so we're not going to get a view of Cleveland as we fly overhead. But we should be making a turn just any moment. There's our turn. Our autopilot's acting a little weird today. I'm not sure. We'll hopefully sort that out on our next flight, because it typically doesn't happen in this one, but our lights aren't there, and then for whatever reason we were off of nav mode, so we flew just a little bit north of our waypoint there, but we're correcting now. We're not too far off course. 069. Had a bug synced up there. We'll get back on course here momentarily. As that needle comes in here, we'll turn back to the left. And it is moving in. Let me know how the stream's coming in. Hopefully sounds nice and clear. Had to tweak a little bit of stuff in OBS today because it's the first time in 6 months I fired it up. I've actually moved in this timeline, reset up the computer and changed out monitors and everything. So everything's kind of a new setup today. So this is a first time stream in the new setup. Cabin pressure is looking good. Alright, so we are back on course. We get our heading bug synced up. 070 now. About 16 minutes from our top of descent. We'll be making our way down into Buffalo on the RNAV for 3-2. they're complete IFR there. So light rain broke it at 700. So literally, we're going to pop out of the clouds at 700. Yeah, we're going to be. It's going to be an approach almost down to minimums here. Hopefully, will be no problems getting in there, but it's going to be an interesting approach for sure. So stick around, watch as we come in to land in Buffalo here after a while. Begin our descent here in about 15 minutes. Still got no ATC online here right now. So we should be flying right along the coast of Lake Erie as we make our way up to Buffalo here. Completely socked in below. So we were talking a while ago about our minimums here on the King Air. We can set our minimum decision height here. So decision height is set. I believe this will be our radar altitude up here. As we get down, coming closer to the ground, it'll start popping in there. We are indeed flying right along the edge of the lake here. Go ahead and set over here to 200 on this side as well, decision height. Tuning in with us, we appreciate it. Stick around later today. We may do another live flight. We might jump in an airliner, take a 737, or we might jump in the TBM. I'm not sure. Just depends on how I'm feeling this evening. Zero 71. Set. Heading bug still synced up here. We're about 11 minutes out now. 99 miles.
Destination ATIS is 135.35.
Alright, 135.35. And we've only got Memphis Center and Boston Center, so we still got no ATC coverage where we're flying. Buffalo has no stars, so if you're tuning in with us, we appreciate you joining us. We're about 8 minutes out from our top of descent as we make our way into Buffalo here. Let's take a look at our VNAV profile here while we're at it. Started a little early, like shoot for 1,500 feet per minute. Make it nice and easy on our executives back there with the slow descent, 1,500 instead of dropping her down at 2,000 or more.
Vertical track.
All right, there's our vertical track warning. That puts us at 1 minute till top of descent. And let's go take a look and see what our altitudes are that we're going to need here. So we'll go ahead and do 4,700. All right, 4,700 is set. We'll keep an eye on that. 35 seconds out. All right, we're going to go vertical speed engage. And let's twist her down at 1,500. There's 1,500. And we're going to keep an eye on our indicated airspeed here. So we have the barber pole. We don't want to overspeed the airplane. So we're going to be gaining speed here as we go down. So what I will probably do is pull the throttles back a little bit here. And then we'll probably switch ourselves into an indicated airspeed mode here after a while if we need to, just to make sure we don't overspeed. We can adjust our descent rate based upon our torque if we need to. Alright, so I'm at about 46-47% on the torque. Speed is holding pretty good right now. We'll pull it back just a touch more at about 45. Just keep an eye on that. Don't want to overspeed. I personally prefer to descend this airplane in indicated airspeed mode, so we may actually switch over here. I could get the speed to build just a little bit there at about 220, and then I'm going to switch it over. There's 220. We'll go indicated airspeed here.
need to make sure we know what our altimeter is there in Buffalo. So let's go ahead and check that before flight real quick. Buffalo 260 at 11, 2933. All right, 2933. Let's double check it over here and see what charts. Two 933. All right. Let's go ahead and roll that in. We're a little early, but we'll be all right. Two 933 set. All right, 073 on the course, heading bug synced. All right, let's go ahead and get our auto ignition armed as well here. If we get down lower, below 10,000, we'll get our fuel pumps on, get ourselves set up here for the approach. Still looking pretty socked in down here. There's 18,000. Transition altitude's coming up here. 1,400 feet per minute needed. Speed's okay. Coming down through 17,000 now. Seven 3 still good. Heading bug still synced. Through 15,000. Still need 1370. We're good on the vertical speed. Set rate's looking good.
We're still looking good here on our descent, coming through 13.8 now. Should be making a right turn now to Langs here just any moment. Here comes our turn. Yep. All right, through 13,000 now for 4,700. We're direct Langs. About 1,300 feet per minute needed on our descent. We'll touch of power here just to arrest our descent rate slightly. We need 083 on the course. 83 set, heading bug synced. All right. Looking good so far. Expecting pretty much almost down to minimums as we make our way on the RNAV for 3-2 into Buffalo. About 14 miles from Langs, and we'll make a left turn to Rolsey. 11.8 now. If we get below 10,000, we'll hit the landing lights. We'll get our fuel pump zone. Get ready for our approach. A lot of clouds. I'll probably get a little anti-ice on as well, just in case, as we start making our way through these clouds. Let's go ahead and take a look here. We're looking at 4,700, and then we need to get to 2,300. 10,500 now. All right, we're going to go ahead and get some anti-ice on here, just in case, because we're going to get into some clouds here. All right, we're coming up on Langs here at about 4 miles. Be a slight left turn to Rolsey. Put her into vertical speed here and start bringing our power back a little bit, get our speed slowed down just a smidge here as we get down. All right, we are below 10,000. We're going to go ahead and get our landing lights on as well here. And we'll go ahead and get our fuel pumps on. Auxiliary should be dry. That's correct. So fuel pumps are on. Speed's going to start coming back a little bit here. We're down to 220 now. Approach flaps at 200. All right, let's go ahead and select 2300 set. $2,300 is set. All right, we're in the soup now. So we're gonna try this RNAV precision approach. 200 set on our decision height. Hopefully we'll have no problems getting in there. About 6.5 miles to Rolsey, then we'll make a left turn to Wells. Once we hit Wells, it'll be a left turn to Miter, and that'll put us right on our approach for runway 32. Still looking good on speed, a little over we're about 210 knots, 250 over the ground right now. Speed's good. We can get below 200. We can go into our approach flaps, and then 180 we can go gear down. Decision height set on our co-pilot side. Decision height set on our side. 40% torque, 210 knots. Uh-oh, I'm starting to see a little ground here. Are we going to stay out of it or not? Got a tower there just below us. We should be clear. All right, here's the turn at Rolsey, now direct to Wells. All right, speed's looking pretty good here. All right, landing lights are on, taxi lights are on. We do not have props full forward yet. We got our auto feather armed, auto ignition is armed, fuel pumps are on. All right, we are good. Seatbelt signs are still on. 3,900 going for 2,300. Speeds in check, just a little over 200 knots now. I'm going to drop our speed back just a little bit more here. Here comes the turn. This will get us on final. We'll go start pulling a little bit of power out here. Get to 200. We'll go approach flaps in here. So, all right, approach flaps are coming in. Set our torque at about 30% here. Let our speed keep coming down.
Last Charlie in 2.9 mile.
All right, 317 set. 1,000 to go on the altitude. Below 180 now. Approach. Not going to have good visibility here. All right. 2,300 set. All right, we do have the approach now. So there's our glide path coming in. When we get to one dot above, we'll go gear down. I'm starting to see a little ground here, so I think we're going to be okay. 2,000 feet above the ground now. Decision height set 200 feet. There's one. Where's one above? We'll go gear down. Gear selected. Three green, down and indicated. We're on glide path. All right, we're going to go props to the full forward position. And we are going to go ahead and go to our final approach flaps here. I got the runway in sight. Yaw damper's coming off. Got a little bit of a crosswind here. Speed's looking good, just above blue line. All right, she's my airplane. Runway in sight.
2 mile final runway 32.
And Buffalo traffic, November 350 Kilo Romeo, 2 mile final runway 32, Buffalo. Speed's on par here.
Wind 220 at 14 knots.
220 at 14. Definitely got a little crosswind action here.
500.
500, continue.
500.
Landing time logged.
There we go. Nice and smooth.
Charlie, currently flying over CY airfield at the moment, leading to
Rushes are off.
for helipad and say at 0.
Alright, so we got to figure out where we're going here. We're going to make a left here on Echo. Make our left right up here. Oh, maybe we should be over on the right hand side. That's the passenger terminal over to the left, so we're going to go over here to the right. We'll take Quebec. Alright, let's go ahead and get our flaps up. Yeah, we'll go say this is the LPO side over here. And we're going to get clear of the runway here. And Buffalo traffic, November 350, Kilo Romeo, we're clear runway 32. We'll taxi to FBO via Quebec, Buffalo. Alright, parking brake set. And let's real quick here, standby pumps off. And we'll get our landing lights off, get our strobe light off, and we get our props and fuel vents off. Pitot heats can also come off, stall warning, and we don't need our auto ignition or auto feather. Alright, now we can continue our taxi. Flare plate's cleaned up, parking brakes off, and let's taxi on in. It's a nice landing. Go over here and I think we'll just pull right up in here between these two. Alright, parking brake is set. Taxi lights can be off. And let's go ahead.
For helipad and K80
And we'll go ahead and kill our engines here.
Engine off time logged.
Engine off time
The
is
flight is
logged.
finished.
Alright.
It has been monitored by On Air.
Alright, and we'll go ahead and feather the props. And we can kill our engine bleeds here. Alright, and we'll get our power off here. Nav light, beacon light can be off. And that's going to do it. Welcome to Buffalo, New York with King Air, November 350 Kilo Romeo. Completed our mission in On Air. Let's see what this looks like here. Alright, so let's go there. 166 feet per minute is what Sim Toolkit Pro logged. And our reputation increase. Engine was on at tracking soft landing. There we go. Comfort bonus was obtained. Aircraft handling bonus obtained. Soft landing bonus obtained. IMC landing bonus. Alright. How about that? Alright. That's going to do it for our flight today. From Cincinnati up to Buffalo, New York. We appreciate you tuning in. This is 716 Delta Mike here with you. Join us again live, and until next time, we'll see ya.